Hey guys, welcome back. I got another tutorial here for you, another performance I'm going to perform for you guys in front of the camera. I generally like to have an audience or someone around when I do the tricks for you guys so you can kind of see the reaction of people and how it works in a real situation. But this trick doesn't require anyone to pick a card or sign a card, so I'm just going to do it for you guys in front of the camera. I'll do the trick and then we'll go through the explanation. This trick is on YouTube. I've modified it just a little bit. The original trick is called the Four Robbers, and I've modified it and call it the Four Ambitious Robbers. Kind of plays off of the ambitious card routine, without having to pick a card and control that card where you need it. So it's really simple trick. It does take a little bit of practice, but we'll go through that. All right, so let's get started, and then I will tell you guys how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a story, and the story is about the four jacks. We have the Jack of Diamonds, the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, and the Jack of Spades. Now these four brothers, they decided one day to get together and discuss how they would be making some money. Now they decided that they were going to make some money by robbing the largest city bank. Not the smartest choice, but maybe a lucrative one. So they decided to get together at that bank and discuss how they were going to do it. Now they were going to go in. We'll represent the bank with the cards here. Then we're going to go in through the top, the roof. So we have the Jack of Diamonds, the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, and the Jack of Spades. Now the Jack of Spades was the oldest of the brothers. He liked to make sure things went okay and that all of them were safe. So what he did is he took the first brother, the first Jack, near the bottom, the second floor, and that brother would be robbing the teller. The next brother he took about midway, which is where all the safety deposit boxes were, and that brother would be robbing the safety deposit boxes. Now this third brother would be going somewhere near the top where the bank's vault was, where all the money was, and that brother would be robbing the vault. Now the Jack of Spades, his job was to make sure that these brothers got in okay, but as they were doing that, he decided to change his mind and go down with them. And he went down all the way near the bottom, and his job was to be the lookout. And as he went into the bottom there, he set off a tripwire, which set the alarm off of the bank. And the cops started coming, and he heard this, woo, 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 and that scared him. And what he did is he ran all the way up the stairs, up to the top. And as he made his escape, because he's the one that makes sure everyone gets out okay, he grabbed his brothers, the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Hearts, and the Jack of Diamonds. Alright, so let's get into the explanation here. What I have here is a double-backed card. I also have my four jacks and the rest of my deck. Okay, so where does this double-backed card come in? Well, if you've seen the trick before, the four robbers, you know that one jack stays at the top as the other jacks go down into the bank to do the robbing, and this jack stays on top to await them to come back. Now I've changed it a little bit to where I'm able to put all four jacks, or so it looks like I'm putting all four jacks down, and the last jack goes down to the bottom, but actually makes it all the way up to the top above them all and gets all the brothers. So here's the setup. I have my four jacks and then my double backing card. Now if you don't have a double backing card, you can make one, which is what I've done with this one. I've taken the two jokers out of this one, and I've used a glue stick here and stuck the cards to it and put it under a heavy book so it would push it down. And then I have my double back card. So here's the setup before you start the trick. You have your double back card, and you're going to put on top of that 1, 2, 3 cards. So you have your double back card and 3 cards on top of that. And that goes on top of those 4 cards go on top of the deck. Now the other setup is one jack on top, a red one, and a black one on top, and then a red one and black on bottom. Now I like to have the same color on top, so if you have a black one on top, have a black one on bottom, or if you have the red on top, have the red on bottom. Now the reason is, when you do your move here, you'll have the 2 reds in one hand and also the 2 blacks in the other hand. So let's get into that move real quick. Now this is how you produce the jacks here. Before the trick, I do some false cuts or something so the audience isn't too thinking the deck is set up or anything. So do your false cuts, say I'm going to tell you a story. Now what you do is you hold the deck very lightly. If you hold the deck with a lot of pressure, it's going to pull more cards off the top, and you're going to end up with more than just 2 cards in this hand. So what you want to do is hold the deck very lightly, and you're going to just shoot it over and catch it with this hand very lightly, and you should be able to get these 2 cards. And then also you're going to throw the rest of the deck on the ground or on your table and get the other 2. So now you have the 2 reds and the 2 blacks. And that's why I like putting them, if you have a black on top and a black on bottom, you're going to get 2 blacks in one hand and you'll get the 2 reds in the other hand. So after this, you say we have the 4 brothers, the jacks. The jack of diamonds, the jack of hearts, the jack of clubs, and the jack of spades. Now I use the jack of spades as the strong brother, so I have them at the very bottom, whereas if you're going to turn it over, the jack of spades would be on top. Whatever jack you want to use as the strong brother, you can put them there. And then as you're doing this, explaining they're going to get together and rob a bank, you're squaring these up in this hand, the rest of your cards in this hand. You're going to push over the deck so you can get the 4 cards off the top. See here I can see it with my own eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and those 4 cards with the double backing. I'm pushing those over to get a break there. So when I have these cards, all I'm going to do is square them up with the deck, but as I'm squaring it up with the deck, I'm actually taking all the rest of those cards that I made a break with. So you're going to go over and square up the deck and grab those cards with it. So now I have my 4 jacks and the 4 face down cards. And the 4th one down is your double back card. So as you squared it up, you grab those, and now you can actually, even if you flash, you don't have to worry about having a face up card and a face up card showing when you're flashing, because that double back card allows you to do that. Whereas in the 4 robbers, the original trick, you had it like that. Now I have a double back card. And that double back card is also going to act for something else a little later. So now you're explaining the 4 jacks are going to go down into the bank and rob. So you have the jack of diamonds, the jack of hearts, the jack of clubs, and as you're flipping over that jack, you're going to put the pack on top. So you have your whole pack here, 4 cards and the last jack. As you're flipping over this last jack, you're going to put the other one on top. And that cleans everything up, so now they won't see that. Really, you've just thrown 4 cards on top of your other jacks. So how to do that, if you guys haven't done that before, that little move, you're going to have your jacks here. And then you're just going to pull it over with your thumb and flip it over with the rest of the right hand packet. So pull it over with your left hand thumb and flip it over with the right hand packet. Pull it over with your thumb, and as you get this last jack flipping over, put the rest on top. Pull this over, say, he's the strong jack, likes to make sure things go okay. And as you're doing that, you put one halfway, or about a third down, 4th down, somewhere down near the bottom. Blah, blah, blah. The next jack goes halfway down to rob the safety deposit boxes, and the next jack goes down to rob the bank, and I put this one maybe 10 cards down. So really you have those cards in there, but they're not really the jacks because you've covered them up. And then this next card will be your double back card. Now this is how you're going to clean this jack up and be able to make it look like he goes down also. So as I'm explaining these going down, it just looks like you haven't squared everything up yet. So then what I have here is when I go to put this jack on top, I just get a break between the 2. So I have a break here. And I say, as these jacks go in to do the robbing, this jack's job is to stay on top and watch everything goes okay. But as they went in, he decided he wanted to go down also. And what I did there is I flipped over both cards, the back, the double back, and the jack of spades. I flipped over both cards, take that one off, they think is that jack. And what I do is I put them 1 card from the bottom. That way if you put it at the bottom, it doesn't look like a double back deck. So I put it 1 card from the bottom. I say he goes all the way near the bottom to keep an eye out for the police down there. And as I'm pushing him in, I say he tripped the alarm, the cops are coming, make a siren sound, and that scared him. So what he did, and here I just riffle up as if he's running up the stairs. So what he did is he ran up the stairs to get to the getaway helicopter at the top, and then after you've riffled, you can now show the 4 jacks. Say he made it up to the top and got away, and along with it, he got his brothers, the jack of clubs, and all I'm doing here is pushing over the top card, next top card, and flipping it with the pack I have. Jack of hearts, and then I push one more over, and the jack of diamonds. So that is the 4 ambitious robbers, and the reason I named it that is because the 4 kind of like an ambitious card routine, they come up to the top. And so that is the modified way of doing it. I just wanted a way to do it where all 4 went into the deck and came up. And not only do they all come up, but the last one that you put in, it looks like he comes all the way through everything, even his 3 brothers, and you can show those 3 brothers also. So let's just quickly go over a few things here. You got your 4 jacks, you got your double back card. The double back card's 4 down. So let's just go over this move real quick here. Like I said, the setup, if you have a red card, red jack on top, make sure you have the red one on bottom. That way you'll have both the reds in one hand. So it's real simple. I'm just holding the thumb on top and the 4 fingers not in the middle, kind of near the end there, kind of where the side of the jack is. Really soft. Make sure the deck is pretty square, and then all you're doing is really soft. Just throw that over, and you should get those 2 cards right there. And the quicker you do it, the better. That way, you get all the 2 cards over you need. Really soft, really quick, and you get the 2 jacks. This one, you do the same. Make sure you get your fingers where they need to be, and just throw these cards down, and you get those 2 jacks also. Just take a little bit of practice doing that. The next move is having the 4th down as your double backer, and as you're talking about these jacks, it's just getting that break below that 4th one. Just take a little bit of practice and pushing 4 over, and you can see it with your eyes. You can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, and getting your break underneath that 4th one. I have my pinky ready to get my break there. So I'm going to push that over and get my break. Now as I come over, I'm just squaring it up, and then I'm pushing it together so I can take that break that I have back here and lift it off so I have everything that I need. That's the next move. Just practice that move right there, coming over and squaring it and taking it off. And it just looks like you're squaring the deck up. And then you spread to show the deck is fair. So after that, the next move to practice, if you guys have been working with cards for a while, you probably can do this really easily. It's just flipping the cards over, just pretty simple. As you get to the last jack here, you just flip the packet over. 1, 2, 3, and flip the packet over and put it on top. Real quick. So that's quick. And then the next move is just real easy. It's after you get all the brothers in the deck here, after you get them all in there and you push them in. You're going to get your break again below that double backer, okay? As you're pushing these in, squaring up that deck again, I have my break again. Quickly flip that over so it looks like just the 1 jack. Hey, buddy. And then put that one right down below. Don't flash it like that, but you're going to put it down at the bottom, near the bottom. The reason I don't put it all the way at the bottom, because if I put it at the bottom, push it in, is you're going to have a double backer deck. And you don't want to have a double backer deck in case they get a peek at that bottom card. So I just grab 1 card at the bottom, pull it down, push it in there quickly, and then riffle to the top, and now the jacks are all at the top again. Now do that last one slowly though. As he made it to the top and escaped, he was able to get his brothers, the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Spades, and the Jack of Clubs. Now from here, if you want to show the deck clean, you can. Just remember you have that double backer card, 1 from the bottom, and then all you're going to do when you spread is just keep a chunk right there at the end, and they can see quickly. I mean, don't let them sit there and see that there's a whole pack here. But you can slide that over and show the pack clean if you want. Just keep a little bit of packet here and quickly just clean it up, and then you're good to go. Anyways, that is the 4 ambitious robbers. You can call it the 4 ambitious brothers. I just put the ambitious in there because it's almost like an ambitious card routine. You just don't have to have someone pick a card or sign a card. Anyways, so that is the 4 ambitious robbers. I hope you guys like it. Practice it, show it. Let me know if you guys perform this to somebody, and let me know how it goes. I got a giveaway right now going on. If you haven't checked that out, it's the first video. I'm also going to have another video talking about just specifically the giveaway. But go ahead and check that out. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Come back, we'll have more. Comment, rate. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you guys next time on White Arts Magic.